Today, we're finally going to share our secret.
Today is the day, and we are so excited to finally unveil this project we've been working on. Over the years, we've seen this gap between where couples are and where they want to be in terms of being intimately connected and in each other's world. So we created a project to bridge that gap, and here it is.
Our project comes to you in two parts. The first part is called Foundations. And Foundations is a stack of 52 conversations that have been designed around the core concepts of your marriage to help elicit deep, meaningful conversations with you and your spouse.
So the conversations could have to do with communication, fighting fair, sex and intimacy, finances, your family of origin, dating and activities, or just creating that relationship rhythm that you actually want to dance to in your marriage.
And what sets the foundation deck apart from the rest is that there's a question that helps you dive down into your own marriage and talk about your expectations, but also it comes with tips and examples and studies at the bottom of the card to give helpful direction in your marriage.
So the real gem to this part of the project is that each card in the Foundations deck has a question and then the example or tip at the bottom, but it's also numbered. And then you can take that card number and you go to a password protected part of our website if you purchase the deck, and you can see a bunch of resources, videos, PDFs that are related to that card number. So you're not only getting the deck itself, which you can have on the go in the car, or create an entire date night out of it, but you're also getting this video vault, this online index of resources that we've put together for you having to do with these particular topics. So part 2 of the project comes to you in stages because we are endeavoring to put together a deck complete with 52 conversations for each area in your marriage. The first area being SEXPECTATIONS. And this one is ready for you. You can purchase it along with the Foundations deck. And the SEXPECTATIONS deck is all about sex and intimacy. It is for married couples, or as our pastor's wife says, she's going to be putting it in all the bridal shower gifts for the brides at our church. But we want you to become connected on a level that is deep and intimate.
Intimacy is an often missed topic of our conversations for, I think, a couple of reasons. First of all, it's uncomfortable to talk about for some people because of the stereotypes or how you were raised, the environment that you're raised in. You could see intimacy as almost being sinful, so we haven't talked about it. And some couples might take 7-8 years to start being comfortable with each other to discuss it. Some never really talk about what they need. And so if you want your relationship to go to a whole nother place, a deeper level, we have to understand each other on this level. God gave this experience to us, and how better to share it knowing fully what your partner wants. And so this deck is meant to elicit those conversations so that you can really truly know your spouse.
We want you guys talking about your sex and intimacy, and that's what these cards are designed to do. It's designed to get you talking about topics that maybe you've wanted to discuss but you just didn't know how, or maybe even topics that you never even thought of discussing. And that's what SEXPECTATIONS is all about. So stay tuned for the rest of part 2 because, like we said, we're going to be putting out several decks over the coming year or two that have to do with different subjects in your marriage. We already have a premarital deck ready to go, and we'll be putting out a deck on finances. We're going to get our parents to help us put together a deck on parenting, so stay tuned for all of that.
All right, so people have been asking, well, when can we get our hands on this? They are going to be available at the end of the month. But if you're in the Sacramento, Elk Grove area, we are going to be doing a launch night. So if you are here, we invite you to a coffee date at 18 Grams Coffee and Tea in Elk Grove.
So this Saturday, April 6th from 7 to 9 p.m., Our friends at 18 Grams said they'll stay open late for us, and the first 5 couples will get their coffee date on us. So be one of the first 5 to grab your deck.
And if you're not local, you're somewhere else in the world, you can get your hands on this around the end of the month. They're going to be on Amazon.
And we'll keep you updated with the timeline so that you know exactly when you can grab that. We don't have a date yet, but it will be ready by about the end of the month, start of maybe the beginning of May.
Lastly, if you want to be a part of our launch team, DM us, and we would love to include you in this. There's some perks to it,
yes.
But we want to launch it on Amazon so that we could reach a big audience to start really helping other couples get into this community, because you guys are just epic.
So if you want to be on the launch team, DM us with your name, how long you've been married, and your email address, and then we'll send you all the info for being part of that team.
So there's our project. So you tell us what you think.